Hi all, welcome to Spring Framework tutorial series for beginner. So this is the 10th video of that series where we will be understanding the use of @bean annotations. And if we see previously we have used component annotation to create the beans. We have used XML based annotations like in the beans.xml files. We have used the tag core beans to create any type of a bin, and also we have used component scan and configuration. So in this video I'll be introducing you bean annotation to create different type of object, and we will be totally removing component scan or the component annotations, and there will be no XML based configuration. We will be using all the configuration from Java side using our custom configuration class. So let's get started with the video. Before going ahead with the video, it is recommended to have understanding of Spring IoC dependency injection using setter method or constructor method, having understanding of component annotation, value annotations. So if you already know about those concepts, then that is very impressive, or it is suggested to watch this tutorial series. I will put on the description section to get more understanding. So let's get started. So what I will do, I will if you observe that in my previous video, I have introduced you component annotation. So I'll go to that project only. What is that project? I have used at component annotations. That is the project. If you followed like previous video, you can have understanding. So I will then close all the tab. So this is my request. Do subscribe to the channel to support my videos. Okay, so if we see that just to give an overview, like we have one employee class, and it's having one employee info methods which is printing some details, and we have used component annotations, and bin name we have used emp bin, and we have our custom configurations, and we did configuration and the component scan annotation to create the bins having component annotations. And in the main class we are just using annotation configuration application context as an IOC, and from that application configuration or our custom configuration we are creating the bins, and we are from the IOC we are extracting that bins, and we are printing or accessing the object. So let's in this video, as I said, I will totally remove that XML file, so there is no XML file. And also I will remove this component annotation, because in this video we will be introducing you bean annotation to create the bin. So in this configuration file, so as there is no component annotation, the component scan is not required, so I'll remove that also. So if we see that that we need to create the object of this employee. Okay, so to create for this object of this employee, so I will go here and I will bean bean annotation, bean font from from context dot annotations. We see from context dot annotation bin it is coming. So for what type of class we need to create the bin? So we'll create the bin for employee class, right? Employee class, and after that you need to give some function name. Just give it like employee bin, and what it will return? It will return that employee object. So to return that, I will use return statement new and the employee. And if you see that doing this, the bin will be created. And what is the bin name? Bin name is there will be some kind of ID, right? So by default it will be the same as what is that as the function name. But if you want to function name is here employee bin, so bin name will be employee bin, or the bin ID will be employee bin. And if you want to give a custom bin name, so I'll use tag called name, and I will give name as for example emp object. So doing this, it is the name, so employee object. So I'll go to this main.java. So from that application.context, using annotation configuration application context, we are we are loading or we are telling the Spring that go to this my application configuration and do whatever the configuration you needed, whatever the beans you need to create, and put that on the container. So it is put it on that container, but we want to access that bin. For that, get bin emp object, right? Emp object, right? Bin name where it is uh, in the configuration. Bin name is emp object. So here we are using emp object and we are accessing the employee info. So let's run the application and I will show you that how we are getting the details, and next I will show you if employee have any kind of dependency, like employee may have dependency called a department, call address, then how to inject those type of dependency using other beans in the configuration files. That also I will show you. First let's run this application. So application is run successfully and we see that Java config loaded and employee object is created with object ID this, and I am an employee. So this statement is being printed. So successfully we have created the employee. If you are still enjoying the video, I suggested you or I am requesting you, please subscribe to the channel and support me by subscribing or liking the video. And now as I said, if employee have some kind of dependency, so let's create some kind of dependency. For example, employee have the address dependency, so I will do this private address a t d r e double s. So I will create this address class anyhow. So and it have some kind of like it will use constructor to inject this type of dependency, like, so I'll go to generate constructor address, and so I will just create an class called address having some kind of methods like print address or address info. So I'll do right click, new Java class address. Let's create an method called address info, and I will print a statement, I am from Bengaluru. So I will go to this employee class, address is there, and we want to print this address info, right? So I'm accessing with the address info, and why it is one related problem is there, I will go to this my configuration. So with this we know that employee object will be created. We know that we'll do similar things to create the object or bean for, what is that, bean for address, and we will pass the bean in the constructor of employee address. What is that bean name? We can make it as address object. So doing this we are creating the address bean, that is confirm 100% sure. But how to inject on this employee object? If we go to this employee class, so it is having on constructor and it is passing the what is that, passing the object of address. So where I will go to this configuration. If you see that, and here I will just pass that address bin function. So address bin function, so it is passing the address as a return type. So doing this we are able to pass that dependency on a employee class. So I will run the application. Before that I will just put some statement on where, on this out address info printed, just to confirm that we are getting the details. So I will go to this main and click on this run. So if we see that the statement is created, Java side config loaded, because here it is Java side config loaded, and it is getting the beans, that's fine. And we are printing this object, employee object is created, so that is employee object is created. And if you go to this employee info and I am employee, it is printed. it is printed here. I am employee, have printed. Then address.info, in address.info I am from Bangalore printed, I am from Bangalore printed. Then the address info printed, address info is printed. So doing this, we are able to understand the use of @bin annotation to create bin, or to create the object. So in my upcoming videos, I will explain you the bin life cycles, where I will be giving you enough understanding about the beans, when it is being created, how it is being destructed, how the flow of the beans. So everything you will get to know. Do subscribe to the channel, and please support the channel by liking the video, subscribing the channel. Thank you for watching the video.